Hawaii, a paradise in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. The island of Hawaii, also known as the Big Island, is a land embraced by some of the most beautiful, calm blue water in the world. Today, 5 close friends fly in from California and beyond to rendezvous at a fishing mecca on Hawaii's Kona coast. They're here to hunt the beast of the ocean, the Pacific blue marlin.
Aloha, I'm Rick Fitz and I'm here in Kailua, Kona, Hawaii, the marlin fishing capital of the world. I'm here for the 23rd annual TART tournament, Tag and Release Tournament. I not only had the opportunity to be fishing in the tournament, I'm also your on-camera host.
There are 350 days of sunshine and warm temperature year-round here along the Kona coast. This small fishing village is rich in sport fishing history and lore. Generations of captains and crews have mastered their craft of catching this magnificent creature since the 1940s. TART, one of the oldest tag and release tournaments in Hawaii, was created by veteran television producer Ken Corday, also fondly known by his fishing moniker, Casey Longnose. Ken has supported this tournament from the very beginning, parlaying his passion for big game fishing into a week-long tag and release tournament that's now in its 23rd year. Each year, he invites 4 friends to experience the magic of Hawaii with him.
Shaka, bro.
They fish every day out of Honokahau Harbor. It's really become an annual reunion.
We know a lot of Ken's friends. We fished together a lot over the years and been doing it for many years with the same captains, and it's become a family.
This family, this ohana, they call it in Hawaii, of a group of captains and crew and wives. We come over here and we're privileged enough for a week to be immersed in this ohana, this family, and to find out what really living in Hawaii is.
Most people don't know that TART set a precedent for big game tournaments here in Kona.
We were the first tournament to encourage only tag and release. We started this tournament actually more than 23 years ago. We started about 30 years ago, and in Hawaii in the early 80s, people weren't tagging fish. I mean, it was just not done. Now you find all the tournaments in the United States and worldwide are encouraging tagging the fish. These fish are so beautiful, majestic, magnificent fish. That feeling of seeing the fish swim away unharmed is as exhilarating as anything.
The science of tagging has come a long way in a short period of time. 2 types of tags are used. There's a satellite tag for GPS tracking and a simple data tag, which is most commonly used, where the information is recorded when the fish is tagged and when the fish is caught. Unfortunately, when you put hooks in the water, things can get hurt. During a hookup, a fish may get severely injured or die during the struggle. When that happens, it's best to bring the fish in and feed families instead of letting it feed the ocean. It's the intention of this tournament to tag and release every fish possible.
Kailua, Kona, Hawaii.
Big fish are caught here. Why? The conditions are perfect. Marlin migrate through here more often in the spring and summer to spawn. But just so there's no misunderstanding, 1,000-pound marlin have been caught here along the Kona coast in every month of the year. Secondly, you'll find some of the world's best captains, crews, and charter boats right here. It's a first-class journey with these guys every time. Also very unique to Kona is the fact that the island shelf drops off rapidly from the coastline. About 2,000 yards offshore, the depths here drop to well over a mile. So you're fishing for giant marlin the minute you head out of the harbor. The captains here will agree. Kona, Hawaii is the best place in the world to fish.
Just all over Australia, Panama, all over the world, but there's no place like Kona.
That's definitely an experience. It's challenging. It's impossible to sum up. It's just this magical, sort of wonderful thing that happens once a year.
This is going to be the greatest week in the world.
Now let's get down to business. This is day one of the tournament, and anticipation is high. This day will set the tone for one wild and crazy week.
The tournament format is simple. One angler fishes on each boat. A total of 5 boats, 5 captains and crews for 5 days. Anglers rotate to a different boat every day. By the end of the week, everyone will have fished with everyone. The tournament rules and scoring system are pretty simple too. First, it's a marlin-only tournament. Any marlin that is healthy must be tagged and released and earns 200 points. Finally, any marlin that has died in the water or is no longer viable must be boated and earns 1 point per pound. Today, Casey Longnose teams up with Captain McGrew Rice aboard the Ihu Nui. Sid Fishes jumps on the Pacific Blue with Captain Bill Casey. King Cobra is on the Kona Blue with Captain Bill Crawford. I'll be joining Captain Jeff Fay on the Humdinger. And my colleague, Lucky Seaman, finds his way onto the Northern Lights with Captain Kevin Nakamaru. Captain Kevin Hibbard, aboard the meteor boat, JR's Hooker, signals start fishing, and it's off to the grounds, a favorite fishing area just northwest of the harbor, where marlin love to hang out. Within an hour, I get the first strike of the tournament. It's a small blue marlin and it hits the bait rod. We were trying to catch an aku, or skipjack tuna, as bait for the marlin, but we got the marlin instead. After about a 15-minute wrestling match, the 100-pound marlin breaks the 30-pound mono. The Ihu Nui is heading north along the Kona Coast grounds. Captain McGrew Rice and veteran crewman Carlton Arai have been in this tournament for nearly 20 years. So this feisty Pacific Blue Marlin is nothing they haven't seen before. Angler KC Longnose straps himself in and puts some of his mojo into his reeling technique. Carlton brings in the other lines to avoid tangling with the fish. After a 20-minute tussle, Carlton gets in his middle linebacker stance. Carlton's experience in wrangling these big fish spans 4 decades. Tagging and releasing the fish is a 2-man job. Captain McGrew Rice puts the boat in neutral and grabs the tag stick from KC Longnose. As Carlton holds the marlin at bay, McGrew successfully tags the fish, and he's released in good shape. Captain Jeff Fay has us on the south side of the ledge on the grounds, and we've hooked a nice-sized marlin. Brett Fay brings the fish to the starboard side of the boat. Butch Cheese stretches out and lays in a perfect tag. They cut the line at the leader. The galvanized hook will eventually dissolve or fall out. Estimated weight of this marlin, 175 pounds. In the first day of any fishing tournament, it's nice to break the ice and catch a fish. Aboard the Kona Blue with Captain Bill Crawford, angler King Cobra snares a rat. No, not a rodent. A rat is a local name for a small marlin weighing around 100 pounds or less. Dave Crawford grabs the leader, and veteran crewman and captain Jason Holtz puts the tag in the marlin. This fight lasts all of about 12 minutes, and it's an easy 200 points for Angler King Cobra. One more jump from the fish, and it's an easy release as a fish throws the hook. Dave's pretty happy because he didn't lose his lure. Coming up, more big battles with Pacific Blue Marlin here in Kona, Hawaii. Some successful and some not so lucky.